Great seeing you, man. First, I gotta say, you're my first interview for 2025, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's great to
Uh,
see you too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course, man. And two, I want folks who are watching this on Rudy Blair Entertainment Media, RudyBlairMedia.com. The last time, and this was such a weird situation, the last time I saw you, it was on a red carpet. I saw you, I waved you over to come over, and for some reason, one of the handlers was pushing you back from coming to talk to me. And you were telling them, and I could see you going, no, he's saying I'm going on. And they just kept, it was the weirdest thing. I don't know if you remember this or not.
What I remember is you always having my back and trying to talk to me, going, "Hey, there's Steve." And for some reason, they weren't letting me go over and speak to you. So I do remember that. It was a little bit weird, but as I don't have to tell you, those things are chaotic, right? Like
Yeah.
it's great and it's wonderful, but yeah, I always remember. But you know what, buddy, you've always been supportive, and you're it's a pleasure to talk to you. And I'm happy to say that my career is, I think, going well, and I'm still working at it as you are. And I'll never forget many times over many years that you and I get a chance to chat, and I appreciate it every time.
Appreciate you, man, especially because we're going to talk about, because I'll tell you something, man, when a certain award show made announcements for its nominees, you're one of the first people, man, who was on social media to put a connection with this prestigious award event with one of the greatest groups of all time. My friend, I will give you the microphone to explain what is going on, man, because this is something very, very special.
It is very special, and thank you. Yeah, so the band is the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and the record is Struck Down, and it's their 50th anniversary record. And I found myself writing songs with Kim Wilson, and out of 10 songs on the record, 9 of them are original, and I co-wrote all 9 songs with Kim. And after that fact, they asked me to produce the record, so I've co-produced this record with Kim Wilson and Glenn Parrish, and this record's been nominated for 2 Grammy Awards in the categories of Traditional Blues Album of the Year, and one of the performances on the record has been nominated for Best Americana Performance as well.
Okay, of course you have to submit for this, but did you have any thought that this would go as far as it has so far? The fact of getting not just one but 2 nominations, that must have blew your mind.
Yeah, when I heard, I got the great news from Jeff Kulovic at Stony Plain Records, and Jeff got in touch with me saying, "You got 2." That was a text message, and I was like, "2 what?" Um, and he said, "Grammy nominations. You've got 2," and I was just absolutely thrilled about that, of course. And I guess the answer is, when you're dealing with a legendary band like the Fabulous Thunderbirds, that I didn't get into this to go, "Oh God, let's work together. Maybe we'll get a Grammy nomination." That's not really the reason why we did it. The opportunity came my way because I was working with Stony Plain, and they wanted to do a release with Kim Wilson and the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and it was a natural, organic process to put the 2 of us together. And then the songwriting went so well that the next thing was to work together on the record. And then at every point when things were going, better and better, people were starting to use that word, like, "Wow, this record is really special. I think it might get some consideration here." And that stuff is out of your control. Like it really is. It's completely out of my control. It's out of the band's control. We just tried to make the best record that we possibly could, and it's amazing it's getting this kind of recognition.
So, what is the deal now, man? The Grammys are going to be coming up. I have had the honor of going to 3 Grammys covering them, so I kind of know what the chaos is like and all about. What are the plans so far, man?
Well, I'm going out there. I mean, at the time of us recording this and taping this, when it airs, all obviously all our thoughts are with the people in Los Angeles, where the Grammys are going to be. So, of course, we're hoping that that situation of the crazy wildfires that are going on gets rectified, and that everybody's safe, and that's the main thing. So, That being said, right now the plan is for me to go out and be at the Grammys and celebrate this great record that I co-wrote and co-produced. And I'm going to be there with people, and hopefully I'll be chatting with you in person on the red carpet.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it down this year, my friend, but that's okay. I want you to have a great time. Have you ever been to the Grammys before? I'm just curious.
No, I have not. This
Okay.
is the first time.
So you know you're gonna A, need a whole bunch of outfits. B, there's like a ton of parties to end up going to. C, it's just it's chaos. It's fun chaos. I don't even think you're gonna be able to sleep. Are you ready for what you're gonna wear? Are you if the winds happen, will you be able to come up to make a speech? Like, have you thought about any of that?
Because of the nature of this nomination and the focus, as it should be, is on the fabulous Thunderbirds,
Yes,
and
yeah.
obviously my involvement is pretty, it's pretty deep with the record, having written the songs with Kim, having co-produced it, and having played guitar on every track on the record as well. I'm pretty in there, but the focus is the fabulous Thunderbirds. So I have just basically, I'm going with the flow on this. I'm
Okay.
saying I'm going to be there with Kim. Kim wants to celebrate with me. He realizes what a huge part of the record that I've been, and he's been really kind with all the remarks that he's made in press about my involvement with the record. So to answer your question, yeah, I've got an outfit all planned out. I went to my good friends at Paul Puncher Menswear in Waterloo, Ontario, and they've got me outfit for the Grammys, and I'm taking it all in, and I'm really, in the great words of Shelley Yakis, who mixed this record, who's a legend, he said, anytime that you can have any kind of success and people notice the work and the passion that you put into something like this, it deserves to be celebrated. So go celebrate and enjoy.
Yeah,
And
you know
and
what the cool
that's what I'm
and
doing.
so and sorry to interrupt. The cool thing, excuse me for coughing. The cool thing about this is when you're seated and you turn around, you're just like, hey, Beyonce, and you're turning like the stars are all over the place. You don't know who you're going to run into. That is going to be a blast for you, and I hope you enjoy it. That the other thing too, since this nomination, I mean, we've known each other for years. Maybe not a lot of people have known you in the past. Are you starting to get more recognition? Are you getting calls? Are people calling you now, going, "Hey, can you work with me on my album or perform?" Like, are you getting a lot of that now?
I really hope that this opportunity does lead to, opportunities like that. I'm starting to get recognized. Like for me, it's very interesting to talk to other people because they look at me as, oh, this is a guy up in Canada and listen to the work that he's done and look at what he's doing. So in a lot of ways, I'm still really unknown. So all I want to do is get out there and for myself, for me as an artist, for me as a writer and performer, to meet new people, and this is definitely doing that. But it's so early in the process that nothing concrete has happened as of yet. What I'm doing right now is starting to work on a brand new Steve Strongman record, starting to write for a new Steve Strongman record. And after the Grammys, I have a week in California with Kim where he's asked me to sit down and write some more songs with him. Now, whether those songs end up on a Steve Strongman record or whether they end up on a Kim Wilson solo record or a Fabulous Thunderbirds next record, I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be, but it's really nice to be able to have these kinds of opportunities in front of you.
Is it considered Canadian content? And the reason why I'm asking is, has it been submitted for Juno?
Well, I think that I have to look into that. There are certain criteria that need to be met for it to be considered in the Junos, and I think it has to be more than 50%
Yeah.
Canadian content. So because it's an American band, and the only Canadian aspect of it was the record label and obviously my input, I'm not sure if that warrants being considered for a Juno or
Uh,
not, because it has to be more than 50% of it. And we
yeah.
recorded it in New Jersey. Songs were written in California. All the band are all Americans. The only Canadian on the project, performance wise, is myself. And as I mentioned, I play guitar on every track and I wrote every track, but I'm not sure that that warrants it to be considered for a Juno or not.
Too bad. But I hope I do see you in Vancouver for the Junos if you have time. And the other thing is, man, look, like I said, congratulations. Oh, Maple Blues Awards. Are we going to see you anywhere near that?
Well, anytime I can get in a room with people that I love and admire and respect here in the Canadian culture of blues music at large, I'm going to try and be there for sure. I know that they've had some challenges in changing the dates and when nominations are going to come out for that. But what I've always loved most about the Maple Blues Awards has been getting in a room with all these people that you only are ever passing at festivals on the road or literally, driving in Canada, you're passing each other on the highway. So getting a chance to see all my friends and see everybody and celebrate what we all do, I will definitely take that. So I hope to be there.
Brother, no matter what happens, what I am so happy for you is win or lose. If you don't win for the rest of your life, you're going to be known as a two-time Grammy Award nominee. And if you win, you're going to be known as a Grammy Award winner. So either way, man, you come out on top on this. I am so happy for you. I hope you have a blast down there. Go to the Grammy Museum. I know they got a party that happens over there, and Wolfgang always has his big party. I almost got into it one year. But man, do what you can do to get into some of these great parties because it is an experience you'll never forget, man.
I appreciate it so much, Rudy. Thanks for the kind words, man, and thanks for all your support over the years. And you know what? Hey, I'll make sure that I keep in touch and send you some stuff, send you some pics, send you some promo, and maybe we can talk after this is all done, and we can talk about the experience.
Absolutely, my friend. Again, congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much, man.